Hello, I'm Matthew from Ludovox, and today I'm going to give you an overview of a board game which is called Isle of Skye. So Isle of Skye is a bidding and tile placement game which is set in Scotland, and it plays with 2 to 5 players ages 8 and up, and it plays for around 60 minutes. So in Isle of Skye we try to be the King of Scotland, and we do that through victory points, and we want to get these victory points based on objectives that are randomized. So we have 4 of them each game, and we're going to score objectives at many points in the game. At the end of every round, we're going to score a certain set of objectives. So we are going to score each of them 3 times. So the objectives are really different. It might be set collection or majority, or it might give you rules for placing your tiles. Like, for example, in this case, you have to close a small number of clusters of areas, so mountain ranges, lakes, prairies, and so on, and you have to close them and have the most of them because it's going to give you more points. The basic flow of the game is very simple. So every player would draw 3 tiles in the bag. So I've done it for the other players, but I'm going to do it for myself. And after doing that, I'm going to show you what's behind my screen, but I do it secretly. So I have an axe, which will allow me to discard one of the tiles. So if I want people not to buy it, I can discard it, be sure that no one will have it. And then I will set bids with my coins. I will set bids for the other tiles. And then once everyone is done, we can remove the screens and see what's behind them. So first we remove the axes, so the tiles shown by the axes, and then we move on to the bidding phase and the buying phase, because now we've set the bids, and basically what's in front of a tile is the price of the tiles. For example, I have 2 coins, I can buy only 1 tile. Let's imagine that this one really interests me, so I could take it, but I would pay it to the other person, so I would pay 1 and keep my 1, and that person would get his bid back. Then everyone can buy 1 tile to the other players. Then you have to buy all of the remaining tiles. So for example, if no one wanted to buy my tiles, I can just, well, I have to actually buy them for the bid, the minimum bid that I've set. So then we lay out the tiles, and we have to respect the terrain of the different tiles. So for example, in this case, I cannot do this because the mountain is broken, but I could probably do this because the mountain would be full, and that makes a beautiful mountain. So for example, I'm going to match this, and then probably going to match that, and that's it. The roads are for conveying whiskey, and this is really important because it's going to award you more money at the end of each round, at the beginning of each round. For example, if I have a whiskey route, I know I cannot do this normally, but bear with me. So I would get 5 coins because it's my castle's power, but if I had whiskey conveyed by a route to my castle, it would be 6. And in this case, the road isn't linked to my castle, so it's only 5. But I could, for example, do this and do that, or that, for example, and there I would have my 6 coins legally. Then we are going to score the objectives. So in this case, we score only 1 objective, which is the sheep, advance on the victory points track, and then move on to the next round. Collect revenue, bid again, draw tiles again, bid again, etc., etc. So at the end of the 6 rounds, sorry, we're going to have the final score, but we have money which is worth a few points, and some of the tiles are going to bear special objectives. So this one, for example, allows you to have 1 extra victory points for each 2 barrels, each pair of barrels that you have in your kingdom. So you have several ways of scoring that no one else has, and it can give you the edge over the other players. Basically, that's it. You just have a different set of objectives every game. You just draw them randomly, and you have different games. You know almost everything there is to know about Isle of Skye. So bye bye and see you on Ludobox.